Hi boys and girls. This lesson will teach you about graphing points on the coordinate plane. The key words and definitions that you need to put on your guided practice sheet are line graph, a graph that uses line segments to show how data changes over time. Scale, the series of numbers placed at fixed distances that label the graph. Intervals, the difference between the values on the scale. These distances will be equal distances apart. Here's a problem that we're going to try to get onto a graph. Julie recorded the overnight temperatures in Alaska. She made an organized list. She wants to record this data on a graph. All right, we're going to take this information from her list and we're going to make it into ordered pairs. Now, ordered pairs don't always have to be just two numbers. Does not always have to be two numbers like I just wrote. It can be days, it can be times, so we're going to use the times and the temperatures to create our ordered pairs. So our first ordered pair will be 1 o'clock with the temperature of 12 degrees. Our second ordered pair will be 2 a.m. with the temperature of 10 degrees. Our next one, 3 a.m. with the temperature of 16 degrees. 4 a.m. with the temperature of 15 degrees, 5 a.m. And you can see I can just continue this pattern down the page to get my ordered pairs. Alright, so we're going to take those ordered pairs and we're going to put them into a graph. Now you can see on my graph I've labeled my x-axis with the word time. I've labeled my y-axis with the word degrees because that's how my ordered pairs are listed. My time is coming first and then my degrees. So that would be my y. So we always start at 0 in the corner. So I'm going to put my times in under the lines, not the spaces. So this would be 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, going up this side, I need to get the degrees. So it looks like my lowest degrees is a 10. So I'm going to put this little jagged line right here. Tell me that there's some information there, but I don't really need to use that. And I'm going to start my graph at 10. My scale at 10, and then I'm going to skip count by 2. So 10, I'm going to skip a line, 12, 14, 16, and 18. You can see that my scale is equal distances apart. I skip counted by 2's. All right, so now we're going to get this information plotted on here. So our first order pair is 1 a.m. and 12 degrees. So I go over to the 1 a.m. and up to the 12, and I put that point. My next one is 2 a.m. and 10 degrees. So I plot that point. My next one, 3 a.m. and 16 degrees, over to 3, up to 16, just like our elevator. My next one, 4 a.m. and 15. So I know 15 is going to be between 14 and 16, so right there. My 5 a.m. is 18 degrees. My 6 a.m., it dropped back down to 10. And my 7 a.m. is 14 degrees. Now I want to connect these dots in the order that I recorded them. So I went from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7. So we can look at this graph and it's very easy for us to see where the temperature went up and where the temperature went down over this period of time. All right, now you're going to get to try one. Jack used a rain gauge to collect data on the amount of rain that fell in a 6-day period. He read the amount of rain that fell each day and did not pour it out of his rain gauge. His data is shown in the table. He wants to create a line graph to show this data. All right, so I want you to create your ordered pairs on your guided practice sheet using this information in the table. So remember, it doesn't always have to be numbers. So our first ordered pairs will be Monday, and the number 2, 2 inches fell. So if you would continue those ordered pairs on your guided practice sheet, and then when you get back, we will set up your graph. All right, let's get our graph set up. On our x-axis, in our ordered pairs, our first thing that we have is the days. So we're going to put the days down here on our x-axis. Again, we start at 0, and then Monday under the line, Tuesday, Wednesday. So go ahead and do this on your guided practice sheet. Thursday and Friday. Pause the video if you need to and get that on your guided practice sheet. Now we'll do our y-axis. This is where we're going to put the amount of rain that fell. So I want to make sure I label this side rain. This is the amount of rain that fell. Down at the bottom, this was my days. So if you wanted to label this days down here, you could do that. All right, now I see that I go from a 2 to a 9. So I could skip count this by 2s from 2 to 10, and that would be plenty of space for me. So I'm going to skip a line because my first line would be 1. I'm going to put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is the hardest part of a graph, is trying to figure out how to get it numbered. So go ahead and get your graph labeled, and I will wait for you, and then we can plot these points. All right, so let's plot these points that you found in your ordered pairs. So I'll do the first one with you. We're going to plot it, and then we're going to connect the dots in the order that we plotted them. So our first one was Monday, and 2 inches of rain fell. So we're going to mark that. So go ahead, pause the video, use your ordered pairs, and go ahead and plot the rest of these and connect the dots. All right, let's check your work. How did you do? I'm sure you did great. Our next one was Tuesday, and no more rain fell, stayed the same. Wednesday, I go over to Wednesday, up to 3. Thursday, we had 6 inches. It looks like a little bit of rain. Friday, I'm going to go up to my 8 inches. Oops, and I forgot to write Saturday over here. Let me add Saturday to that. And we're going to go up to 9 inches. All right, and so you needed to connect those dots in the order that you plotted them. So we went from 2 to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that will show you how the rain accumulated from Monday through Saturday. And in closing this lesson, I would like for you to write a short summary about graphing data on the line graph and write a question to be discussed in class tomorrow. I want you to have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow morning.